And if you look, that's exactly what they did. They push right. And if you look at the mini map on the stream, you see this guy, or in where the stream is now, you see this guy south of Theta about 2 clicks, and he's just way out of it. He's not even in the fight. I'm trying to figure out who that is. I'm thinking it might be the Enforcer or maybe even the Jaeger.
So this at this position, I mean, obviously they're taking a lot of damage and they start harassing here, but this is like the next time when they needed to probably reposition, either go into the caldera or come back out. Instead, they just stayed there.
They needed to move. They needed to
or
move.
to go right. I mean, they could have gone right, but then they had to deal with these, and you're probably pushing into that with the mechs up on the caldera edge, shooting your backs from EMP.
And watch what Heimdallite does here. He starts spreading around them, and that's what EMP is really good at. They don't stop trying to flow around you. They never stop. They are constantly trying to work angles on you.
Well, that's what you want, right? You want that horseshoe.
Exactly. But that's what I'm trying to say. I mean, you know it's coming, and you've got to be able to feel it. And the longer, as a higher level comp team, the longer you sit in one spot, the more you're just getting in trouble. I mean, if you're all focused, if you look at where they are, they're all hunched behind that rock there, and that's just screaming to get side shot. What you'll see Heimdallite come around, and he just starts wrecking them from the backside. I think he had high damage on EMP side. I might be wrong on that.
If you allow Black Knight to get within its medium laser range, and it's able to poke within that medium laser range and full damage, you got some problems. I mean, that mech is just going to drill you. It 2-shot kills sometimes on a lot of mechs. It's not like they didn't do damage. We talk about watching the percentages and see how well the focus is, and that's part of the problem with their position. They could not focus. So you have a 40s, 70s, 50s, more 40s, 60s, 75, 70, instead of having, maybe some 80s, but dead, like four more mechs dead.
That's right. And to explain that further, when you're sitting in one position and the other team is poking around you, they can pick their targets, call their targets, and try to shoot their targets a lot better. But when you're sitting in that one position and the other team is all around you, it's really hard for you to turn around and focus any one person. You end up going into hectic crazy mode where you're just trying to shoot anything that moves, and that just leads to a lot of damage spread.
Yeah, it's Defunct saying that they're supposed to follow that push through. They got stopped
stopped. Well, I think what happened is they realized, I'm not sure if they actually got stopped hard, or they just realized EMP was right there. So I'd be interested to see the early damage on that. I didn't have an angle from that side.
One thing to consider here too is like the players. We talked about Panic not being there. We know Queen Blade's taking a break from comp, and other people. I mean, you saw some different names there from 228th. I don't know if that's some of the Swamp Fox players got promoted, or is it?
It's not. They picked up some new guys like Chrisman came over. He's been a new pickup from them. He plays really well. I know that J35 was promoted, and he's been playing with them as well. But they definitely have had some turnover, right? I mean, that's for sure.
Well, hey, I mean, they had a nice tournament, though. I don't know. Are they having a third place match in this tournament?
I don't believe so. There's been no talk about that.
I think they should. I think you guys should have to play 228th for third place.
Is that what we should do?
But I know with the MRBC conflicts there, that might be an issue. But I mean, so I'd say there's no third place match. I mean, 228th had played really well. They only lost one match in the division part. They came here in the playoffs. They won their first match against MS, and then they did fall to EMP, but it's something to build on, I think. I mean, that's something that is kind of like what you would expect from 228th, because not to say you expect a loss, but you expect 228th to always be up there. And even if it's new players, they're still showing that consistency.
And Panic hasn't been around for a little while. They've been playing without him. I don't know how long, but it seems for a while. So they've done really well, without him up to this point. So that's certainly not something they're going to turn around and use as an excuse, obviously. And one thing, also, I want to remind everybody, we probably have I don't know, 15 more minutes of airtime here since this match is over. We are going to be giving away 2 sets of 2000 MC codes. All it takes is a $5 donation to be eligible for that. We have 3 eligible right now, so you've got to like your odds. So let's see if we can jack that $1,000 number up. We had a really good showing last time Magician and I cast it. Let's do it. Let's do it some more. So open up your wallets, even if you've already given. Pop in $5 more. Help it out. Give yourself a shot for 2000 MC here that PGI has so graciously donated.
All right, so it's saying they did break that $1,000. That was their goal, right? To start,
Yeah,
$1,000. So they have done that, and
according to Sace, that was their completely arbitrary goal.
Yeah, so still the finals, the 1v1, and are they still doing the what's it? Oh my God, Blood Bowl tournament?
I've only heard about the 1v1. I don't know if they're doing. I mean,
originally they're planning doing a Blood Bowl at some point too, because I think a bunch of those MC guys play it. But
yeah, you would know more about that than me at this point. I do not know. Well, I know 228 is disappointed. It's a really it's a pretty heartbreaking feeling. Especially when you don't play a match a way that you feel like you're capable of doing. But good teams like 228 will take that as fuel and hunger to drive themselves forward. And I'm sure we will see them come back strong. And they'll have to fight EmP and the MRBC set because they are both in Div A.
Yeah, I mean, after a loss like this, I know, we've been there. We've both been there. It's something that you just have to kind of watch the tapes and figure out, okay, where were some of our mistakes? What are things that we could have done different? Do we have drop deck issues, calling issues, communication issues, and all that? And you just build on it. You don't just go into like, oh yeah, we're not good enough. You can't be intimidated by teams. That's like the worst thing you can do is come in and be like, oh yeah, we're probably going to lose this match. I mean, no, you go in saying you're going to win it. And then if you don't, you say, okay, well, next time we're going to win it. We're going to get better.
Yeah, I know Rising Storm has taken a lot of lumps on the way, and if you don't use that as fuel to get better, then your team probably doesn't belong as a comp team. We've seen lots of teams fold when they don't win or do as well as they maybe dreamed that they could, and that's ultimately it's all about that attitude. I think that really feeds the winner. To be honest with you. You've got to be willing to stick it out to fight through hard times because there will be hard times. I mean, it's almost guaranteed to happen to everybody. I know SJR went through a hard time last MRBC season. We were really surprised to see some of the results that we saw out of you guys, and you could just tell something wasn't quite right. And you guys turned it around though. You came back, flipped it around, flipped it on its tail, and people talk about, well, SRS won an MRBC, and it's hard to make people understand that was almost a completely different team compared to how they're playing at this point in time.
Yeah, teams go on. You play well, then you have things that you run into where you have problems. I mean, EmP went through the same thing, right? They lost 5-0 to 28th. Lost that got second or third, depending on who you ask, in that season of MRBC. They lost in our HUD finals, and then they split with us in Major League Mech Warrior going into we got to the finals there, and then they defeated us there. So they were on their own slump, and that's when South was kind of like, okay, he's going to take charge, get the drop decks, work everything, and get them back up there, figure out the tactics. And then obviously, they beat us 3-0 in the finals. So every team goes through little dips. It's just how you recover from it is the big thing. And I don't think 228 is on a dip, like that. I think it's just
no. You got to give EmP credit.
Yeah. That's how EmP played well. I mean, everything that they did on those drops was good moves. They didn't. There's only a couple situations where they really could say, yeah, we could have done these things better.
EmP can take a team that's playing on a high streak and make it seem like it's in a slump, but you really got to be able to shake that off because they have the capacity to play extremely well. So I know you know that.
Yeah, and this tournament too, it came out as like, okay, they're going to do 12v12, expecting the PGI tournament to do that. And now we know PGI is going towards 8v8, so this might be one of the final times, at least for a while, that any team is going to be playing a 12v12 tournament match.
I would be really surprised to see it again. I know the only reason it existed was in order to try to prep for what people assumed would be PGI's 12v12 tournament. I know we assumed it. I know we were willing to join it because we felt we needed 12v12 practice because it had been so long. But with now PGI openly going to an 8v8 format, I would venture as far to say that unless somebody tries to do something weird, 12v12 is gone.
I'd say I kind of welcome it to be gone. I think the
It's
matches are more
definitely a different
interesting
game.
when you're at eights. It's not that these matches aren't, but you can follow the individual players a little bit better. It's a little bit different, more open areas. Conquest is probably better at 12 than it is 8, but it still works.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see what happens with the new domination mode. Is that going to replace Conquest because that prevents a little bit of camping, or is that just a complete trash mode that you can just keep the domination point from being turned so easily that it might as well just be skirmish? So it'll be interesting to see how domination mode tests out, and when I know we're testing it already. I'm wonder if any teams are going to actually get together and run tests on it, see if it's a viable replacement as the King of the Hill type game mode.
I think domination needs a lot of work. I still
Yes,
say
it
the
obviously
fact that you can
does.
have 5 people in the cap, and if one gets shot, it stops the entire cap doesn't make sense to me. Like that's too much. It should be some other
You
way
could
of
have you
doing
could
it.
have 12 in the cap and have some
Right.
ER mech 1,500 meters away just scratching and keeping them from turning it.
Yeah, so if they can sort that out, maybe even make the bubble a little bit smaller. I think it's a little bit big, especially, and maybe dynamic bubble. So depending on the size of the map, I mean, we don't need to cover almost the entire inside part of HPG. We don't need to cover, I don't know, what's some other maps where it just covers such a huge area.
Yeah, I mean, a true King of the Hill style. The hill has to. I think they're trying to balance it. They're trying to make it to where the hill is important, but not that important. I think that's probably the reason for the scratch rule. So I can sort of see their logic and what they're trying to accomplish. But again, I don't think ultimately that it's going to be ideal for this
Yeah.
situation simply because of that scratch damage
Well, the
rule.
scratch damage is why it had to go down to 1 minute as well. Like, if
Right, because it was
I'd like to
ridiculously
see,
impossible to do 3 or 5.
yeah, you could do that, and then teams have other options late. Like they could get points down, time down on it early, and then play more of a sit back style afterwards. And it's gonna have a little more dynamic, I think,
Or maybe scratch
situation. But
damage. Scratch damage reduces the timer tick maybe instead of completely eliminating it, so that you can, if you're being contested, it ticks slower than if you're not being contested. Maybe something to allow scratch damage to do something, but to I mean the whole point of King of the Hill is the team has a dominant position over the hill, right? And it's hard to argue that if you've got every single one of your mechs standing on the hill and an ER large mech 1,000 meters away shooting you a little bit, that you don't have a dominant position over the hill. So that match should end.
yeah, except a lot of times it's king of the pit on some of these maps, you know,
That's true.
which is part of the problem because you really want. I mean, I think they're trying to go for somewhat exposed areas, but that creates problems too. I think most, maybe a capture. They talked about using a capture the flag type system at one point. Maybe that's a different game mode. I don't know, but yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
if they can make it work, I'm really interested in it. Maybe becoming a comp mode. It is my favorite mode to play right now in open. So because
Domination.
yeah, yeah.
Well,
Now
it's
now
new.
that they
It's
fixed
new.
that one part.
It's
No,
new.
not because it's new. Just because the fights aren't like people running off to do conquest. Your players are actually like swarming and they're playing a little bit more together and they're not running around on the outside doing whatever. It's like obvious you're supposed to be near the green area to play. And so I think it just ends
Yeah,
up being a little bit better fights.
yeah. That's a good point. So I'm checking to see how many donations we have right now.
Yeah, I think we should just
Last
do the
last
drawings here.
last set we were at 3. Let me get an answer back from Sice to see if we have any more. If anybody has, we should give it 5 minutes from this point, just to give people time to respond. Um, but if anybody wants to give, we're going to give this maybe 5 or 10 minutes to look, and that is your lag time with being able to have the donation show up. So if you donate, message me or Magician and let us know that you donated, so that we can get you in the drawing. Let's exceed the goal even more. Let's push it. Let's push it to 1,500. Let's see if we can do that. good thinking typing that to the chat there. But going back to the fundraiser they're doing, I was really glad to see that they were able to achieve their goal. There's been a lot of really sizable donations. So that's it's been really good. I think that they've been very happy with how that's worked out.
Yeah, they originally thought about asking teams just to do a little donation, to start, but I think just leaving it open for people worked really well.
Yeah, it's much better to browbeat people on a stream and force them and guilt them into trying to donate than it is to force teams to register with money.
I'm going to give you a last name, and if you can message Sace and find out if this person donated.
Yeah, if you just type me, I'll know. He's telling me who's given already.
Because the page is a little bit weird.
He's not on that, so that's a
the page is like, go to it here. I've been confused by the page myself. Because it's like, you can donate to our team or donate to team member. Which one are you supposed to do?
It takes forever to actually load. I think it all ends up going to the same place. So I will tell you what we have so far. We're just going to do one entry for donations to make it simple. So you've got the one you messaged me plus. And I closed the chat, so if Sace can message me again, I'll have him.
Start loading him up here.
Peep made a point in chat just now that Conquest is good. Why mess with the Division Broken? I mean, that's a good point. I've enjoyed how this Conquest has worked, but there's a lot of people who are just dead set against it, and I think that's more of a lack of experience than anything else, or maybe they have a bad impression of it.
Well, is Conquest broken? I mean, that's I think the only thing that one thing I suggested is that if we're going to do 8v8 tournaments, then the timer for cap should be modified based on that idea that you're going to have less people to be capping. But I'm not really sure how that would work on some of these maps. It might allow people to cap too quick. So.
Yeah. Definitely 8s play it a little bit different because you have to, in order to get that cap control, you have to, even if sending one mech to go and cap, you're allotting a higher percentage of your mechs just to send one mech to go cap than you would be in 12s to do that same thing. So it you definitely feel it a lot more in 8s than you do in 12s. Like we saw it several times this season in MSI where, like on Frozen City, a team would wait for someone to go get Theta and take that opportunity to push, and that's just like one mech. That's an even bigger deal when you only have 8 mechs in the fight. That one light being way out of the way and can't get into the brawl immediately.
Yeah. So by the way, what else do we have left to give away? Are we just these 2 drawings, or do we have more that we should be giving away?
You gave 1 so far, right?
Yeah, that's it.
You can give another 1. We've got 5,000. You said we got 5,000 MC to give away, so we're going to give away 2 sets of 2,000 to the donators, and then so that gives you 1,000 to give away. You've given away 1 set to Ghost, was it?
Ghost was the winner, and I haven't given it to him yet.
So just run another roll.
All right. I'm going to be using a different app here.
The one that doesn't select SDR players?
Yeah, I'm not sure this one's actually working. Yeah, that didn't work. Sorry, and you didn't end up winning this. Like it's probably might say. I don't know if it's saying. No, it's not. I don't know. I'm trying to use a different app here.
I like the other app.
So yeah. Dramatic. The problem is that it'll take a while, and I already have names ready for the other one.
I think I think was it TJ or JP or some miscellaneous name that gave the other 65 donation. I'm seeing if I can see his name on the actual roll because it was a $65 donation.
All right, this one's annoying me because I don't want it just be F's not active because people aren't necessarily talking, and that's fine. So, all right, I'm going to go to something different. Yeah, I'll just do another roll after this one. After we do those, we'll do another roll on people who are still here, which might not be many.
I think our donation that put us over the top was Slummy, if I'm correct. He's the only $65. I mean, it showed his real name. He's the only $65 donation in the ad roll, so I'll confirm that with Sace. So have you gotten any other names sent to you?
No, just that one I mentioned.
It was JB. JB is what we have for that name. So if that's Slummy or whatever, then they'll have to let us know. So we have 4 names, and I think we should go ahead and do it. We got the 4 names to put in. Let me type it out. You see the 3 that in the chat right there. And then we have. So those are the 4 we got. So 2 of those guys are going to win 2000 MC. That's for sure.
Add one more name here.
You got another name being added?
No, just those 4.
Oh, okay.
But I'm also doing a raffle.
Oh, well, we got one more. We got one more. If you've donated, let us know. Message us.
Oh my gosh, this is driving me crazy. This app is just totally failing on me right now.
Thanks for ruining the game, MS.
Yeah, it's supposed to be that in the chat, and it's just. Why is it failing me? Don't fail me. I don't know why it's doing this. All right, whatever. All right, so my chat thing's broken. So whatever. I'm gonna do the raffle among these teams.
One second. I'm making sure we got everybody.
Okay.
I confirmed Slummy is JB. My team is supporting and donating. Tershel is given again, which is awesome. 1 second.
So I got that one more to add here. Seeing maybe some duplicate names in the past. Very nice to donate again.
Okay, yeah, I think we have that name. You have Tyler in there, so that's one of them. So yeah, we got him. So we have 5.
All right.
It looks like we have 5 here. I am just confirming that. We've got Tyler, you got Spencer, Pretzel, JB, and Lauren Perry. So yep, it looks like that's all. I haven't had any other messages yet from anybody. So I'm
rolling
it. Roll it. All
right, this is one of 2 for winning. Was it 2000 MC?
2000 MC, and when they win it, just take your name out of the pot there.
Alright, the first winner is going to be Mr. Perry, Mr. LP.
Wait. Yeah, LP. Okay, Lauren Perry. We have no idea who that is. We have no idea.
I think it's LP Magic. I'm guessing.
Is it?
I'm assuming. Well, we can't put in chat because we'll ruin the surprise.
Yeah,
Or
no,
move him
can't do
here,
that.
and then we'll do another one
Calling
here.
that. Yeah, let's remove LP. Let's do it again. See what happens.
The odds are good here. Big money, big money. No whammy.
No whammies. Yeah.
And since it stops spinning, it is going to be JB.
All right, that is JB. Awesome. So we got our 2 winners there.
All right, I'm gonna add manually the people who decided to thank MS for ruining the game. Now, Terciel did sign up. I'm tempted just to remove him from this because it's not really fair.
No, wait a minute. Terce also donated tonight again, so come on, we got to give him credit for that.
And even Sace has a chance. He even put it in there.
Can't blame a man for entering, Mag.
Alrighty, so we only now it's 500 MC and we have a 1 in 7 chance.
So wait, we've only given away one 500 set of MC, right? You haven't given away the other one.
We've given away 500, and now we've given away 4,500. How much did we say we had at start?
We have 5K.
So this will be the last donation.
This is the last one. This is not the donation. This is the last giveaway.
Well, last give, yeah. All right, let's get this going in a second. All right, here we go. 500 MC.
I really like that intro music for the other one. That reminds me of Mega Man.
Sace. What?
He can't win his own MC.
Can he win his own MC?
That's got to be illegal somewhere.
You know what? Well, allow Sace to choose who he wants it to go to. He can send it to anybody he wants. So everybody message Sace and be like, please. Can I
listen, Sace is giving. Let me just be honest here. Sace is given a lot here. He probably typed it because he wanted just to type "Thanks for ruining the game, MS." Not necessarily because he wanted to win the MC.
I don't care.
But he has donated.
In the drawing.
The Kodiak pack we gave away last time was originally purchased by him, I believe. So there was, he's put a lot of real money into this. So we've got to. I certainly don't believe he's trying to, just get skim 500 MC off the top.
Yeah, that's all right though. All right, so. Who won the second one? Like who that person is?
Which was the name? What was the name?
What? You don't remember? You're supposed to record this. How could you not remember? You're supposed to take care of this. It was JB, right? It was JB.
JB. JB is Slummy.
All right. Okay, so I'll wait for that one to go through. I'll give that to him.
And it looks like the LP is indeed LP Magic. Confirmed.
Okay. I'm going to send more codes out here.
And you have the codes, right?
Yes. Has it gone up on the stream yet? Who won those ones?
It is going up right now. To the generous goes the wealth.
What is Slummy's name on here? Is it on a Slummy?
It's JB.
No, I meant on a...
Oh, in the list.
Yeah.
LP Magic's just finding out he won. Have you got that last drawing worked out yet?
No, we got them. We got them all, right? Oh, well, unless I redo it for Sace. Is that the idea?
Oh, no. You got Sace. That's right. I'll let Sace give it to who he wants to.
Yeah, well, let's Sace give it to him once.
He had to type, thanks for running the game, MS.
He did have to put that work in.
He earned it. Well, I'm glad we were able to raise a few more dollars and break the goal. That is awesome.
Yeah, I think we still got the finals to do, and the 1v1, I think we'll get quite a bit more over that.
Yeah. I think finals obviously haven't been scheduled yet, but I'd be surprised if Bandit didn't cast that one. We got MRBC coming up here. You've got a stream you're doing Sunday, yeah?
What? Sunday?
Didn't you say Sunday was the EU MRBC match?
Oh, yeah. So that's going to be Eon versus Lords. That's going to be a big match. Basically, Lords is going to try to come back from their loss to Scorps. They did not play Black Spikes this week. Black Spikes have a little bit of roster issues, so that's going to be a big match. Lords is going to try to even up their record, and Eon's going to try to continue. And they won their week 2 match. That's the only match they played. Right? Well, they've only played one real match. Yeah, okay, because BMMU pulled out, so they got a forfeit win there. And then they played AS. They beat AS 4-1. So now this will be their second match. But it's going to be I think it's going to be a really hard-fought match because Lords EU, very good team, and they're going to definitely learn from some of their mistakes they made that first week. And yeah, I'm expecting it to be one of the big matches that we'll have this season for EU NA. So definitely our EU NA. What the hell am I talking about? I'm tired, man. I need to get a beer. So MRBC EU. I think it's going to be one of the big matches this season. So definitely check that out if you can. That'll be going on about 4:30 p.m. EDT. And you'll probably be joining me if you can.
If I can, I will try. Nastace is just finding on stream he won.
Yeah, great. I'm hoping he's like, what? That's how it's supposed to work.
Stop entering then, man. He said he doesn't want it. So we're 5 minutes delayed. He says he doesn't want it.
Too bad.
Too bad. We say too bad.
That's beautiful. I like that.
Is that the code?
Oh, but hopefully Calf's not here because Calf is the king of stream clicking giveaways.
I have to admit, I'm having to hold myself back from copying and pasting because the competitive side of me wants to pile on.
Why aren't all these codes working that Mag gave us? What happened? I don't know, guys. I don't know.
Sace pocketed them, put him on his account, and he's left the country.
He's joining Panic
mode, looking for Wolverine spiders in Antarctica, whatever the heck he's doing. It's already redeemed.
If there's spiders in Antarctica, they probably live in the bellies of beasts. So that was maybe really creepy. It'd be awesome. Flesh spiders. I hope people have nightmares now. All right, so let's give a little recap, and then we can sign off here. EmP wins 3-0 over 228 first drop. EmP played a brawl deck against 228's range deck. On Mining Collective there, 228 sat back. EmP ended up being able to push onto it and took it in a really hard fought match. I mean, I think it was like 6 smacks left at the end or so for Imperial, but that was enough. And then second drop was on River City. Imperial, again, they played kind of a mixed range deck, and 228 went with the full range deck. At some point, 228 got pushed off the D4 area, rotated around behind Citadel and in front of Citadel, and EmP was able to just basically put a lot of guns on the same mechs and take them down in a 12-0 victory. And then we saw Caustic Valley. Basically, 228 was going to push a corner. They did not fully push that corner. together. Some X kind of got more exposed than others. EmP was able to take those down and got the edge, and then ended up getting a nice surrounding horseshoe type formation around 228 from all angles, beating them up, putting strikes on them, and was able to win that in another convincing fashion.
Yeah, EmP played it really, really clean. It's not that 228 made major mistakes. It feels that way watching it, but really what you're seeing is a very, very high caliber, top caliber team taking everything it's giving, taking every single inch that is given and using that to further its lead. And that piles on fast.
All right, everybody, check out the finals. We're hoping maybe it'll be next week. Trying to schedule it now, so we'll see. I'll have to check, but it might. If it's next week, I know there's going to be 20,000 more MC given away there. So thanks, everybody, and I'll see a lot of you hopefully Sunday.
Yeah. Thank you, Mag, for the stream.